Hi, I'm Doug Jones with Sales Magic Success, and you can look at these videos at salesmagicsuccess.com/YouTube. I want to tell a story about something that happened to me a long time ago. I've been a salesperson, a commission salesperson for a long time, and I know commission salespeople and just salespeople in general sometimes have a tough time. You know, finances can be really tough. The economy can change up and down. The commission rate can change up and down. I want to tell something that happened to me. I was young, I was managing a finance office, and I was making $900 a month. And I had in consumer credit cards $14,000. Now this was back in the 1970s. That doesn't sound like a lot of money today. However, that was 15 times, more than 15 times what my monthly salary was. Today that is a person making $6,000, that would be over $93,000. So I was in, for me, serious debt, and I was really stressed. And I picked up a book, and I don't know where I got it. Maybe it got out of the library. It was by a person named Neville, and I don't remember the name of the book. But I read this book, and it was about using your mind to visualize, to create things. And I thought, okay, I got nothing to lose, I'll give it a try. And the first thing I was to do was write down my goal. And I wrote down, I have no idea why I wrote this amount down, but I wrote down, I want $50,000 in 90 days. $50,000 in 90 days. Now that would have been 4.5 times my annual salary in 90 days. Well, I was doing this every day, and my first exercise I would imagine a funnel above me, a tornado type funnel of money floating around, dollar bills, $50 bills, $100 bills, all swirling around, and then suddenly it came to a stop and it all just dumped on my desk and all around me. And I was pretty happy about that. My second visualization was I had $14,000 in debt. There was a mailbox right across the street from my office. I worked in a smaller town, and it was a quiet street, but there was a mailbox there, and you could walk over and mail your mail. Well, I imagine I was writing checks out for $14,000 to all of my creditors. I wrote them out, and then I walked across the street in my imagination, and I put the checks in the mailbox. And I was really, really happy. In those days, we can do things a lot easier today, but in those days, the way you paid a bill was by the mail, okay? So I was really happy. And then so I did this every day. I did it for more than 90 days. I think it was about 5 months. One day in my office, the phone rings. It's my headquarters in Newport Beach telling me they wanted me to accept a promotion and come down and move to Newport Beach. It was a financial company, so there were a lot of perks with that. I had a house here in Fremont, actually, and they would come in and appraise my house and pay me dollar for dollar from what they appraised it for to the mortgage. There was no fees taken out at all. They just give me a check, and they wrote that check immediately. Well, immediately, I wrote a check out for $14,000 and paid off those credit cards. The check they wrote me for was over $34,000. So now I had $20,000 in my hand with no bills except for my mortgage, and they just paid it off. So now I'm moving down to Newport Beach. The movers come to our house and they pack everything. They say your furniture is going to be on the truck for a week, and you have to stay at a motel. I called my company. I said, can I stay anywhere I want? And they said yes. So we went to Lake Tahoe and went snow skiing for a week. So my furniture is being moved to Southern California. I'm in Lake Tahoe snow skiing. We moved down to Southern California when I start my job in Newport Beach. My furniture's there. And the first day, I was told to go and find a car, a brand new car, and the company would lease it for me. So I go get a brand new car. So now, oh, and by the way, they financed my new house with no money down, no fees, and below market interest rates. Remember, we were a financial company. So no money down, no fees, and a low interest rate. It was a beautiful executive home, had a pool. It was in Irvine, California, right next to Newport Beach. Absolutely beautiful. So things are going really well. After I've been on my job for 3 weeks in Southern Cal, now we took a vacation. We drove that new car all the way from Newport Beach down to Florida, up to Washington, D.C., and back. And all of this was in about 5 months after I started reading that book and doing that exercise by a person named Neville. I found out his name is Neville Goddard. I don't know much about him, but all I want to tell you is that visualization, a lot of people can laugh at it and say it's funny stuff, it doesn't work. Well, it worked for me because in that situation, I got a lot more than $50,000. And if you're having tough time with sales, tough time with commissions, tough time with just in general finances, I recommend do something crazy like that. I never told anybody I was doing it. I didn't dare tell anybody. But I recommend you do something like that. Try to get relaxed and then let good things happen to you. I'm Doug Jones at Sales Magic Success.